and as we all know, we are having a lot of pressure globally. Russia and Ukraine have taken the center stage so far as global affairs are concerned. Ukraine is at the receiving end as we speak now. There have been a lot of bombardment for the past 3 days, and we've decided to hit the streets to do some voice sampling. There are a lot of people here, some from Russia, some also from Ukraine, who have decided to show some solidarity to their families back home. So as I speak with you now, I've gotten a pretty lady by my side here, and she wants to say something. Hello, my pretty lady. How are you?
Du, hast du jetzt eine Flagge hochgehen? Ja.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice one. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Sophia.
Okay, Sophia. Is Sophia from Deutschland or where are you from?
Sophia is from Ukraine.
Okay, which part of Ukraine?
This is from the Donbas region. I was born in Kharkiv. This is in the Donbas region where the war is right now, but which is also going on for 8 years. And I'm here to stand for Ukraine and to show solidarity. And I'm very happy to see that there are so many people supporting the Ukraine. And I'm very happy here to be here and to talk to you. And
So do you have some family back home now, or you're all domiciled here in Germany?
I have family in Ukraine. I have family in Donetsk, which is where I'm from. I have an uncle who lives in Donetsk, and I haven't talked to him for years because the telephone network is a new one which is built extra for Donetsk. And I also have a family in the western Ukraine where there have been attacks in Uman, which is near to the village where my grandparents have lived and where I have a stepbrother of my mother, and his son has to go to war, and also the son of his son has to go to war because they are over 16 years old and under 60, and they can't leave Ukraine anymore, so they have to go to war. And I feel so sorry for that. I feel so helpless, and all we can do is to share the right information, which is from sources which we know are right ones. Don't tell any propaganda stuff which isn't true, and this is the most important thing. Please share the true information from sources which you know are right. And
sorry to butt in here. When you talk about this, people sharing the true information, what specifically are you talking about? Because what we are gathering from the international media is that there have been some bombardments, and Ukraine is at the receiving end. Russia is on Ukraine. So when you talk about people sort of making economics with the truth, what specifically are you talking about?
Well, the information I talk about is about there are some informations going on which are not true, which is from Russian propaganda sites which tell that Ukraine was made in 30 years ago from Lenin, and this is not true. This is actually not true, but the bombardments, they are true. It is true that in Kiev there have been fallen bombs, in Uman there have been bombs, in Kharkiv, in a lot of cities in Ukraine. It's not only the eastern Ukraine anymore, it's the whole country, and it affects all of us. It will affect Germany, it will affect Europe, and I think in the end it will affect the whole world. But because if you think about the economics in Ukraine, it has very good lands. You have the black earth in Ukraine, which is very which makes a lot of grains for the whole world, and it is very important that the Ukraine keeps stable because those economics will fall apart if there's such a huge war. And yeah, it's important to have solidarity with Ukraine. Doesn't matter if you're from Russia or Ukraine or Germany or wherever you're from. It's important to support the people. It's important to talk to them. It's important to share the information, which is which you know it's not from propagandic websites or media. You have to talk to the people. And this is the most important. Go on the streets, go on every demonstrations you know, even if you are Russian, and support the no war thought, because peace is the one thing we want.
Well, I can feel the pinch in the shoes of Sophia. She seems a bit teary. What she's telling us now, that all that she's doing here is to show solidarity with the family back home in Ukraine. For the past 3 days, as I did indicate earlier on, there have been some bombardments, and I would put it in quote, wild bombardments there. And per the information that we gathered about 3 hours ago by the head of the Ukrainian health ministry, Victor Liachko, indicates that about 198 people have lost their lives. Very disturbing there, and about 1,000 people also wounded, and they are all in some hospitals in Ukraine, and some are also in Poland as we speak now, and people are also making do under some underground shelters and all that. So it is a very disturbing situation in Ukraine as we speak now. But inside Germany and Hamburg, for that matter, there are some Ukrainians here who are ready to appeal for calm. And as I have Sophia is with me here, all that Sophia is telling us is that they should cease fire. That is all that is coming from Sophia. So Sophia, do you still have your family? Are they all intact? When was the last time you heard from the family?
I don't remember. The last time I was in Ukraine, I was like 12 years old.
I'm talking about within these 3 days. Have you heard from the family?
No, I haven't heard from them. What I know is I've looked on Facebook, and I have my family also on Facebook. They didn't answer me when I wrote them, but I saw they were online, and this is everything that counts for me, because I know they're alive. And this is the most important thing, which kind of keeps me going for the right thing.
Anyway, Sophia can give some sigh of relief over there. Per what she is saying, she says she did check on Facebook, and she saw some of her family members online, and that is an indicator that they are all alive. That is a sigh of relief for Sophia. There is another gentleman with me here. Do you speak English?
Yes,
that's good. Okay, yeah, that's good.
We know each other.
Yeah, my
You
dear,
have been on a
what's your name?
demonstration right
My
now.
name is Tatiana.
Tatiana, can you look into the camera for me? Yeah, that's good. I also have Tatiana with me here. Tatiana, are you from Ukraine?
No,
Where are you from?
from Germany.
Okay, Tatiana is from Germany, Hamburg, or where?
No, actually from Berlin, but I live in Hamburg for now.
Can you speak up a bit?
I spoke so much, you know. Look at this.
Oh, okay.
We did a demonstration today for Ukraine.
For Ukraine to show some solidarity, or
Of
what?
course we did.
Oh, okay. So, what specifically is the message that you have for Russia and Ukraine now?
3 days ago, I saw in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, and wherever, I saw people going on street and demonstrating, despite of getting huge, how do you say,
Numbers,
huge numbers, but they were afraid of their lives. They were afraid of getting into prison, and despite of that, they went on the street to demonstrate for freedom, to demonstrate for democracy. And after that, I thought, okay, we can do that too. And that is what I did. After one day, I started to say, okay, I want to have a demonstration. So under my name, I made a demonstration. And I'm working for the last 16 years. I worked for Vladimir Vitaly Klitschko. And we all need heroes. I don't know if you know him, but he's the mayor.
Okay.
Mayor of Kiev.
The mayor of Kiev and his brother, and they decided to be heroes. They decided to be role models. They decided to stay in the country, in the hometown, and to really show what it means to fight for their core values, and that is democracy.
And what are those core values that you're talking about?
Democracy, freedom, and living in a country they are willing to live in because the values are what they want to live in.
But Russia is insisting they need Ukraine. So in that case, is it not good for Ukraine to give up?
I ask you. Tell me, is it?
No. I'm asking you, is it not good for Ukraine to give up?
I stand for democracy. Russia is no democracy. I stand for democracy, and Ukraine is a democracy country. I'm a citizen of Germany. I stand for democracy, for freedom. I'm a citizen of the world and for the EU. And sometimes I think, how is it possible that we do not stand up for the democracy that is giving us so much possibilities? I don't understand that. So no, I don't think that Russia is right.
Well, we are from Ghana. And
Hey, guys of Ghana,
Africa.
guys of Ghana,
Uh-huh.
you are the future of Africa. Ghana is the future of Africa.
That
In
is
Ghana,
thumbs up for Ghana.
in Ghana is democracy. Yo,
very
we
well.
have to fight together, guys, all around the world for democracy. So,
Listen to
long
what the
live to
gentleman
Ghana,
is saying.
democracy
Long live
Ghana,
Ghana.
long
Democracy
live
is in
Ukraine
Ghana.
and
Thank
Germany.
you very
Guys, bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
And now you follow on LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter, you follow Klitschko. We are
Vitaly
doing this.
Klitschko, the
Vladimir,
boxer, or Vladimir?
both. They're both
Okay,
boxers.
the mayor of Kyiv, no?
And
Yeah,
Ghana,
and his brother.
stay strong, Ghana,
Make
stay
the
strong,
pictures
Ghana,
and
stay
fight
strong,
for
Ghana.
democracy.
You make your hands like this, your fingers, indicating that you need peace, right? Okay, that is what is coming from the pretty lady by my side here. She says if the fingers are like this, then all that they are telling you is that they need peace, democracy. That is what they are fighting for, and that is exactly what is inscribed in the palm over there, that they need democracy. Yeah.
Thank you, Ghana.
We
Thank you
still
very
have
much,
some
Ghana.
bombardments over there, so we don't know what the international community is doing now. The United Nations has condemned what is happening in Ukraine because innocent people are losing their lives.
Give a
And
bit of that.
inside Germany, Hamburg, it is a very cold evening here, but there's been a lot of demonstrations
Bring them.
today. Sophia, as I did spoke with earlier on, was very teary because she has gotten some family back home in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and she don't know
Family,
as
some
to
family.
what is happening with her family now. So Sophia is not a happy lady, and I don't feel the pinch in her shoes very
Yeah.
well that she's
That's
not a happy person. And there are a lot of Ukrainian citizens here. They are domiciled here inside Hamburg, but still they have their hearts back in Ukraine. What's your name? You speak English? Yeah, that's good. Can you come closer to me? Come closer to me. Yeah, what's your name?
Marina.
Marina. Okay, Marina. You are from which part of Ukraine?
From Donetsk, Kyiv.
Donetsk, where the war is going on.
Donetsk, Mariupol.
Donetsk, Mariupol. Which part of Ukraine is that?
Das ist Ost.
Okay, west.
Azovstal.
Ost
Bisschen lauter.
in Deutsch means west. Okay, that is exactly what she's trying to tell us. And you still have your family there? When was the last time you
My
heard from your family?
parents. My parents.
Are they there? Are they safe?
No, no, in Ukraine.
In Ukraine now? Are they safe? Have you called them? Schreiben safe, no? Okay, that is what she is saying, that the family is safe over there in Ukraine, and that is a good news there. Do you have something to tell?
Скажи что-нибудь.
Speak in Ukraine, tell Ukraine people something.
His
Look
t-shirt,
into the camera and tell
his
Ukraine
t-shirt,
people something.
his
Talk about
t-shirt.
peace. How do you say peace in Ukraine language?
Peace.
Peace. Come.
You have to know that his shirt is a traditionally Ukrainian shirt, which is
Okay.
called Ukrainian. It's
Come
called.
closer, Sophia. You have something for us here. What exactly are you talking about? Yeah.
In Ukrainian, it's called vishvanka. This is his shirt.
Okay, this is a
Which
traditional
is a
shirt.
traditional Ukrainian shirt, which you wear like for every occasion, which is like a for every Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know. Ukraine
this is
is
akin to what we also have in Ghana. We've
for every
gotten a
event.
similar stuff in Ghana, yeah?
yes.
Yeah, we've gotten even far much better than this
Yeah.
in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it in Ghana, and that's very nice. So we bear some semblance. Yeah, that's very good. And what this little boy is telling us is that they need peace in Ukraine, and that is important and crucial at this moment. A gentleman, come. You are wanted to tell us something. Come. He is running away from the camera. You said you need peace and you want to tell your people something. Why are you running away? Really shy. I've been holding the camera for a while. I need to speak with you. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Yannick.
Yannick. Okay. And Yannick is from where?
I'm from Germany.
You are from Germany?
Yeah.
So why the flag of Ukraine?
Because this awesome lady, Sophia here, brought me to the cause of Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's my boyfriend. You have to know he has a very Ukrainian name. His name is Kudelko, which has a meaning in Ukrainian, and but he's
What
still.
does Kudelko mean?
Kudelko means like messy hair bun.
So I got messy hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that true.
Like Messi.
Yeah.
No, not like the player, just like it's messed up.
Messed up hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Yannick is very solidary. He shows a lot of solidarity to Ukraine, which I love very much about him, and which is very important. It's important to fight for Ukraine. Doesn't matter if you're from Ukraine or if you're not from Ukraine. The most important thing is if you are for freedom and for peace, then you have to fight with us. You have to fight for freedom and peace in the European Union and for the whole world. This is very important right now.
There is one striking thing here happening between these lovebirds, and wherever you are watching us from, they should tell you that we need peace in the world that we are living in. You see, this gentleman is from Germany, Deutschland, and this lady is from Ukraine, and you can see the way they click. That should tell you that love can bring peace. So we should love each other and ensure that we have peace on the planet that we live in. As we speak now, the things that are coming to us is very horrifying, and this is not something that we are expecting on the globe now. We need peace. Peace is what we need, and that is not what we are all witnessing at the moment. So these lovebirds are telling us something. Ukraine and Germany, you can feel the mix. You can feel the mix that love bring about peace. We need peace on the planet. We will be with you in a jiffy. I don't know if you have some last words for us.
The most important thing is to stop bombing Ukraine. Most important of all is love knows no borders, and also peace doesn't know any border. And this is what I hope for the whole world, to have peace and freedom and love between the nations.
What do you want to tell the European Union also? Because we are not seeing the much support from the European Union.
What I want to tell
do
the
you think?
European Union is to have a position which clearly says that they don't support Russia. What we want is to have clear sanctions against Russia. I'm sorry, and to show some standing and to show that they don't accept this situation.
But the last 8 years ago, there's a whole lot of sanctions that United States put it on the Russian. But after 2 years, they come out of this sanction. So what do you think? That is Russia cares about all the sanctions that you are going to give it to them?
I think they do care. I think they do care because sanctions hurt. It is important to know if those sanctions are hard enough, but they have to be hard enough so that Russia feels that it's important for them to stop fighting, to stop the war. And I think they have to know that they have to feel how it is to be excluded from the financial markets, to be excluded from every economic trade they have, and to be isolated from every other country, because this is not okay to have such a warfare, to have such a to have a war in Ukraine if it's not even your territory, and it's important to stand with Ukraine and to fight against Russia, because this is our most aggressor right now, and Putin is actually somehow like the modern Hitler, which is too much. It is not for peace and freedom in the European Union, and it's important to show Russia that they have to stop, and it's important to show them that war hurts, and it hurts them in another way, but they...
Well, all that Sophia and the husband, should I say the boyfriend, are telling us is that they're only appealing for calm. They need calm on the planet, and that is basically what they're talking about. And thank you very much, Sophia and the
all in
boyfriend.
all, stop bombing Ukraine, stop the war in Ukraine, and stop the hate, stop all this hate.
Yeah, that is great. We've gotten another lady by our side here. A pretty lady, can you join us and tell us? She's a Russian. You come here, call her. Come over. Yeah, you simply can feel the mix. Ukraine and Russia. You see?
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Come on, listen. Yeah, that's good.
What's her name? Irina. From Russia, yeah?
Irina from Siberia.
Siberia, right? And what do you make of what is happening between Ukraine and Russia?
Oh, I think that war is bad. Like, oh my... How does it all humans in Russia? War is bad. And no one wants it. As it's bad, okay.
Hat er nicht geschrieben, oder?
Like war is bad, like
Oh, now she's telling us that the war is bad. Do you have some families in Ukraine?
I have many friends in Ukraine, and my best friend, she's from Donbass,
Bisschen lauter.
and now, okay,
Listen,
Russian guys and Ukrainian guys, maybe everyone don't understand how it's close, but it's like this close.
Very close.
Yes, it's like our brothers. Do you know? I remember how it's 2015. It was so many memes on like internet. Like, if you're Russian, Ukrainian, or Belarus, it's brothers countries. Just like. And it was everywhere. Like, it was brothers. And what's happened now?
You're just some few kilometers away, yeah? Yeah.
It's difficult and
Please, can you show me name and voice me very fast?
really, it's not like near. Between us, and it's scared because it's happened to our friends, because I really understand how we don't.
The way you were even related with Sophia clearly shows that you people are one people, so there's absolutely no need for you to be at war, yeah? But to be at war. So what do you have to tell the people of Russia and Ukraine?
Oh my God!
Tell
I don't
them, look
understand
into the camera.
Always question. I don't understand.
Tell Russia and Ukraine, tell them something about peace.
Sag mal etwas, auf jeden Fall. Sag mal etwas wegen dem Krieg. Wegen diesem Krieg. Was denkst du denn? Was willst du denn so vom
Tell
Herzen
them something
sagen?
about peace.
I love you.
You love them.
I'm with you and all my nation with you. Sorry for everything.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Sag-
no, it's not like this. I'm really ashamed. I just don't want it.
She's crying.
Oh my God, she's crying because it's war between our
very
countries.
sad, you know. That is very, very sad. You know, all that she is telling us is that she needs peace. We all have to be at peace. War is not good for us. That is not what we all need under the sun. So what is happening between Ukraine and Russia, as I did tell you earlier on, that the head of the Ukraine Ministry of Health Victor Liasco was earlier on telling us that there've been about 198 deaths with over 1,000 people wounded, which is not something good or something good for the ears, so to say. Yeah, so we all need peace under the sun, and it is a very cold evening inside Hamburg, but we've decided to defy all the odds and come to you with some voice sampling on what is happening between Ukraine and Russia. We are still soldiering on, and we will be with you in a jiffy with a couple of people to speak their mind on what is happening. I've been Isaac Adu, and your station has been Chill Radio, and my producer has been Michael Dia. We will be with you in a jiffy. Ciao.
Ja, hey, Dankeschön, Leute. Hey. Ende.